This is one of the most powerful addresses I've heard Trump give. Here goes.
Haley said earlier today that you've been working around the clock, so there's no delay to get these enhancement unemployment payments to Americans.
Yeah.
Can you give me your timetable? Are we talking next week, 2 weeks, a month?
Steve, what do you think?
Within the next week or two, you think the states will be able to execute?
So, Mr. Secretary, you're saying when?
I think within the next week or two, most of the states will be able to execute.
Got it. And
By the
most
way,
of the
the
states.
gentleman, you know everybody, you know Russell, you know, but this is Scott Atlas, do you know that, right? Scott is a very famous man who's also very highly respected, Stanford, and he's working with us and will be working with us on the coronavirus, and he has many great ideas, and he thinks what we've done is really good, and now we'll take it to a new level. And so it's great to have Scott working along with us, and we appreciate it.
Now, they talked about those stimulus and paychecks in 2 weeks now. I don't know if that's the $1,200, includes the $1,200 payments, but if we can get those before the end of the month, August, that would be great. Let's go on to some of the other points here. There were shots fired before this meeting.
Two shots in rapid succession just after you took the podium.
And they were shots, pretty much.
It certainly
You
sounded
definitely
like
know the difference. I know that. You know the difference. You thought they were shots, John?
it definitely sounded like gunfire.
I saw your report inside when I went inside. It's a good report, too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go on. So people were shooting outside.
Will be in a shambles. They want to raise taxes. They want to triple taxes. They want to raise the corporate tax, but they want to raise all taxes. Ultimately, they can't pay for what they want to do anyway, and what they're going to do is destroy your health care and destroy so many other things. We're going to have 180 million people that are so happy with their private health care, they're going to lose it under this crazy plan that these people are proposing.
That's a Democratic plan. It's just total socialism and total destruction of the medical system. Let's go on here.
Multiply that times 10 right now. I think it would have been unsustainable and unacceptable. But
COVID-19, they're going to see what they do with that. This end part of this is probably the most important part of this whole thing.
So I have an opinion question for you.
okay?
Joe Biden is set to announce his running mate at any time now. We expect him to announce her. Many of your supporters feel that the reason that Obama's former NSA, Susan Rice, is at the top of Biden's list is that she can back
Susan Rice, now listen to this. And what Trump says about this whole thing, very important. I've never just heard him come out and say this statement. Listen carefully.
cover up a lot of the Obamagate surveillance crimes that had taken place during your campaign. What are your thoughts? What is your opinion? Do you subscribe to that line of thought? How do you feel about it?
Well, look, the Obama campaign spied on our campaign, and they've been caught, all right? And now let's see what happens to them. But they have been caught. They've been caught red-handed. It's probably treason. It's a horrible thing they did.
He said it's probably treason. And he goes on and states that it should be the crime of the century.
It probably never happened before. At least nobody got caught doing it. But they used the intelligence agencies of our country to spy on my campaign, and they have been caught. And there are a lot of people involved. I don't want to say how much she's involved. Frankly, if he chooses her, that's fine, but that's a potential liability. We'll see. But President Obama knew about it. Joe Biden knew about it. Comey knew about it. Brennan, Clapper, the whole group, they all knew about it. Lisa Page and her lover Strzok, they all knew about it. And we have it documented. We have it in texts. We have it in all sorts of forms. They knew
We have it in all sorts of forms. That's powerful.
about it. It was a terrible thing. Should have never happened and should never be allowed to happen again to a president. This should never happen again. This was a setup like we've never seen. I think it's the political crime of the century, and they've been caught. So,
quote unquote, the political crime of the century.
let's see what happens to them all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, what an ending statement. The political crime of the century, quote unquote. There's 5.5 minutes of very powerful talk parts. Very powerful. Listen to the entire thing. It has some really powerful points. It's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day.